Coming out of work on Monday, Joe had a flyer in his car, and it was advocating for this buying blackout, which is just a boycott. According to their website, it looks like a pretty socialist movement. Is that fair to say, Joe? I don't think I'm. It's the People's Union USA, freedom and equality, power to the people. They say the movement is funded by the people, not corporations, not special interest groups. If you want real freedom, we must unite our resources and stand together. Also, buy my merch is on there. Mm-hmm. What they want is for, on Friday, do not make any purchases, do not shop online or in-store, no Amazon, no Walmart, no Best Buy, nowhere. Do not spend money on fast food, gas. Major retailers do not use credit or debit cards for non-essential spending.
So even broader, too. No Amazon, March 7th to 14th. Nestle, the 21st to 28th. Walmart, the 7th to 14th. And a broader one-day economic blackout on April 18th.
Broader than don't buy anything?
I'm just going by what they said.
It says, this is our first action. This is how we make history. February 28th. The 24-hour economic blackout begins. Yeah. My point is this. It's like if I were to say to you, Joe, you are not allowed to go to the bathroom on Friday.
Oh, that'll end poorly.
But suppose you could hold it for 24 hours.
Okay.
All right?
Uh-huh.
Does that mean that on Saturday you no longer ever have to use the bathroom again?
Oh, no.
Did you just put plumbers out of business?
I'm racing to the bathroom.
Is your water bill plummeting all of a sudden because you didn't use it for one day? No, because I'm making up for it the next day. Mm-hmm. Right? And we're probably going to have to call the plumber. It's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
I was fascinated to see that our good friend Lady Law, who is a KTAR host and a small business entrepreneur, seemed to be a little excited about this. She joins us right now. Law, great to have you on. You know we love talking to you.
Great to be here. And you know I'm a fan of not spending. I've been this way since before this date was even set. I've been telling people I'm spending less, I'm consuming less. Now is just not the time. And so I'm pretty stoked to see people spreading messaging that would be like, hey, let's all unify and get on the same page with this. To your point, is it going to change everything forever? Yeah, I don't know about that, but we have to start somewhere, and it's always going to be with the dollar.
I agree with you, right? You follow the money, and
Yeah.
And they say actions speak louder than words. Well, my money speaks louder than all of it, right? But Law, I mean, what you just talked about is different. When you talk about reining in your own spending, keeping money in the bank, being ready for a rainy day, padding your emergency fund, that's different than don't spend money on one particular day. I mean, you're talking about a lifestyle change that is done in your own best interest, first of all, and not done with a vindictive agenda. Right? Your motivation isn't I'm gonna stick it to somebody else. I mean, because this says I should not buy anything, which would mean like including your small business.
Right. Yeah. And that is the caveat. If you read through some of the stuff, it says if you're going to spend, local only and cash only. So there still is a loophole to the spending, which would be to keep it in your community at a local or small business and spend that way if necessary.
I have to.
But again,
yeah.
What?
If I have to.
I was going to say. Yeah, if you have to. But if not, people are preparing for it so that they can just, like today, I was like, I'm just going to fill up my gas today so I just don't end up doing it on Friday without thinking kind of a thing. But I hope it moves the needle because I think people are fed up with the corporate greed. And we first saw one of these kinds of things with people taking a stand against Target removing DEI and starting that whole boycott situation. I think it was February 1st when they started that. And then, people are sharing information saying that Target's had a significant loss and impact in what people would normally be spending at Target. So I think that people are starting to see that they have more power than they thought. And for me, I feel like any time that people realize they have more power than they think, I'm about it. I'm like, okay, cool. I can get behind that.
Okay.
To your point, Law, if you mentioned Target specifically, why not just target one business a week and try to go about things that way? To say every business, like how is that going to work? Are people, we're all just going to go out on Saturday and buy a bunch of stuff again?
That is the map. That's why they have all those different dates where you had seen, well, okay, this time it's Amazon, okay, this time it's Walmart or whatever. Because if you're trying to talk to a huge group of people, you just have to make it easy, right? And go pick one thing and then say that. For most people, they're not going to dig that deep. We see that in everything right now. Nobody's really trying to do the research about too many things, and we're overloaded and shock and awe on purpose in a way. So I think that if you just say, hey, don't spend on this day, is the easiest message to get out versus saying, okay, here's the whole thing for this week, that day, this week. Because then people go, oh, never mind. I need eggs.
Lady Law
I think that's just the easiest way.
Yeah, Lady Law is a KTAR host and a small business entrepreneur, and we're talking about a flyer that landed on Joe's windshield.
Somehow
on
nobody
Monday.
else got this flyer. It's as though they handpicked me.
I didn't get it either.
No, they were like, you know what? This guy in the parking lot, we think he's susceptible.
It says billionaires are stealing your tax dollars, so there's a buying blackout on Friday. Law, have you ever gotten something under your windshield and thought, hey, I'm going to do that? Whether it's going to see a band play at a club or ordering a pizza and getting a $2 coupon off of it. Do flyers under the windshield wipers work? Because I see a lot more of them on the ground than I ever see anybody using them.
Absolutely not. That would be the first thing to go if I was president. I'd be like, let's quit wasting money on flyers, because as a promotions kid in radio, I used to have to put those on people's windshields.
What a waste.
A waste. I saw the waste firsthand. And to your point, it ends up on the ground. So no, thank you.
Absolute vandalism.
Oh, La, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you soon.
We'll talk to you very soon.
Appreciate it. Always love when we get a chance to work with Lady Law, small business owner. And obviously got a perspective there.
I think we should talk to the legislature, bar people from touching cars that are not theirs.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.